Today, we are going to do a micro lesson on doing less inside of Counter-Strike 2. This is absolutely going to help you hit more headshots, get more kills in your games, and just all around play more like a pro. I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to dive right into it, and you are going to learn some good stuff today. So hit that subscribe button, turn those noties on. Guys, when you are playing this game, doing less is generally better than doing too much. Now, obviously, if you've been watching this channel, I tell you to be active. I tell you to rotate around, be a ghost, right? But when it comes to your aim, so many of you are just trolling yourself because you're doing way too much. Let's rapid fire some tips. So many of you right now, if you've been watching the channel, you know this, playing on sensitivity that's way too high. Take your DPI. I have a 400 DPI mouse right now that I'm using. I play 2.0 in game. That is 800 DPI. We multiply those two. So 800 DPI, very good. So many of you are playing on 1500 and plus eDPI, and it's absolutely killing you. When you move your mouse a little bit, it flicks in the air, and you're like, CoJo, I'm insane. I hit 360s. Cool. You're playing like a noob. There's a reason you're hard stuck. Play on a lower sensitivity for most of you, because it's going to go hand in hand with what I'm going to tell you. When we're taking fights, when we're engaging, the more that we have to move our crosshair around and flick around, little movement messes up, the worse we are going to be. We're going to have a higher ceiling, but we're going to have lower consistency. I want you guys to become consistent players, because then you can actually learn what's good, what's bad. You can build off of that versus one day you show up, the next day you don't, you play bad. So it's overall bad. Now, when it comes to actually taking fights and what we're doing, again, we're going to visualize, but I want you to put yourself on angles where you have to do very little with your mouse other than recoil control. So if you're sitting in angles, like say you're out in the open here and you're constantly having to like bounce your crosshair back and forth because you don't know where they're going to peek you, of course you're going to struggle, because if you get caught off, you're going to have to snap over. Now, I believe in you to get that kill, but that's just another movement that we're having to make that's really complicating things. I see this all the time in different places that people play. They just put themselves in really bad spots. Like say, you know, an extreme example here, they put themselves graveyard when the T's could be wrapping arch, lane, and halls, and they sit here and they're like moving their cross. It stresses me out, guys. You're getting stressed out. You're sitting here having to worry about all of this. They peek you from a different angle, and by the time you react and by the time you do that, you look like an absolute noob, and you say, CoJo, why am I inconsistent? Well, because in a different world, yeah, you do snap and get that kill, then you kill the next guy. But if you guess the wrong timing, if you're even a little bit late, you're gonna die, and then you're gonna be feeling really sad because you don't know why you're dying. Well, because you're overcomplicating the game. You're doing way too much with what's happening. So I'm going to give you guys some more tips. We're not going to make this lesson very long, but I do have to give you a message about how to get the cleanest looking skills or skins while you do this.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
So this is a concept that you'll see the best USP players in the world utilizing, best pistol players in the world utilizing. They literally just put themselves on an angle, and imagine I have a USP here, and they click, 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 click. A lot of your activity, I want you to think about doing it through your movement and not with your actual mouse. Yes, there is a time and place we have to do flicks, right? You know, say I'm opping here. If I'm opping on T side, one thing I'm going to do is I might, you know, post on an angle like this, or maybe we're kind of complicating a bit because I might have to flick here. I'll post on an angle like this. I did this in my stream the other day when I was playing with you guys in my CoJo Pros Club on twitch.tv/CoJoMoCS. Love playing with you guys. You're awesome. I was holding this angle. Of course, someone jump spots, I'm going to flick him, right? I'm not saying like never should we have the ability to flick, but what I'm doing is I'm putting myself in a position where I'm visualizing these targets, and it's a very simple window that I have to hit. It's not like, you know, I'm extending myself and I'm unscoped and putting myself in a position where I have to like quick scope to hit somebody. No, I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing. I'm making the shot very simple. The options are boom, boom, or boom. Okay. Oh, that one, easy. I know where I need to move my hand. Simplifying it is really simple as well when you actually think about things. When we're running, and this is true because I know this happens, when we're running in angles and we're like, oh, you could be pit, you could be sight, and we're sitting here and we're like so stressed out and doing all this, it just sucks, man. It genuinely sucks. If this is where util comes into play. Say your problem is that you need to break a crossfire. They could be pit slash mini pit and site. You're in a retake, right? You're CT side retaking. Well, cool guys. One thing you can do to simplify for yourself is first gun out, make sure nobody's fighting you, and then sit here and throw a smoke here that's going to allow you to cross. Now look what this smoke does. It helps us simplify. Now I could run into site real quick with that, and all I'm doing is focusing on site. Once I kill this guy or whatever, I can flip around real quick and try to kill the guy that's going to trade me. I'm simplifying it. I'm cutting things in half. I'm making it really easy. If you think about it, that's what we do when we take brackets here. Obviously, we know that they could be shooting us from here and here. So that's why even noobs, right? Even noobs understand this. We're simplifying it. We're smoking off one side so that we don't have to worry about that as much anymore. We can just come over here and kill the people. Easy. So you can also simplify it on CT side while doing kind of complicated plays. One way I do this is I try to imagine what's happening. I try to visualize from the rounds prior. If they're constantly smoking arch and just going up lane, I'm going to simplify the game and just say, okay, cool. You smoke arch. I'm going to stay here with my nade, blow this open. Boom. I didn't have to move my crosshair much at all. I got that kill, right? I'm doing most of my movement through my through my actual moving around. I'm not getting active with my mouse. I'm getting active with my keys, my A and D, my nades, all that kind of stuff. Too many of you just think that getting active as a player is sitting here and going boom, 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 spray down, triple spray down, I'm insane. But that's why you're inconsistent. That's why you're struggling. And I hope that you learned something from this. Simplify the game, guys. Make it easy for yourself. It doesn't have to be so hard. Another little micro tip that I've given so many times on the channel. If you're the halls player here, say your brackets teammates die, don't put yourself in a position where you have to kill halls, lane, and arch. Simplify the game. This is all you got to do. You move into halls here, you take these fights, so then boom, hopefully we get the kills, we stay alive, right? We have to take a risk, we have to do something, and now we've simplified it. They're going to be running up lane and arch, but we have the space now. You don't have to sit here and be like a mechanical robot that's put in a bad spot and just like fragging everybody. No, you took space, you got active, and you made your job easy. So definitely something all of us need to implement. Definitely something that the players I coach personally have been struggling with. So yeah, like I said earlier, if you want to play with me, join that CoJo Pros Club down in the faceit in the description, that faceit link. You guys will have a great time in there. Thank you to all the YouTube members. You guys are absolute homies. Thank you for going above and beyond for supporting this channel. I'm going to give you guys that custom shout out. Appreciate every single one of you. Let's keep working hard. Let's keep grinding. Hope to see you in the server. I'll catch you later. Peace out. Peace out.